What's up guys, in this video, I'll be getting totems, trying to beat the game, and building an overpowered villager trading hall. Before we get started on any of the big projects in this video, I want to get totems. If you didn't know, totems pretty much give you another life. And since if I die once, the world gets deleted, they're super important. To get a totem, I have to do a raid, so I have to get a bow, which is going to make the raid much easier. All I need is one more string since I already had two. And there's the last piece of string. Now we can go ahead and craft our bow and our arrows. Okay, I want to enchant this bow with at least power 3, so I'm going to need 4 more levels. I think mining quartz in the nether is going to be the easiest way to get levels right now. Okay, now that we have enough levels, we can finally enchant this thing. I organized my inventory, and now I think it's time to do the raid. I'm just gonna block them up inside this house so they can't die. Alright, here they are. These first few waves should be pretty easy, but later on, they get increasingly difficult. Alright, I think this is where they start to get a little harder. How did that one get down there? Bro, what are you doing down here? There's one all the way back in this cave too. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, so far it's been very easy to defeat these guys. Oh, there's the one that drops the totem. Then we can equip this thing, and then I'll basically have 2 lives. Okay, wait, they're actually doing a lot of damage. Those iron axes actually hurt. Ooh, this is not good. Alright, I'll be okay as long as I put distance between me and them. My helmet is actually about to break. I'm just gonna make an iron one until this raid's over. Alright, this is the last one. We completed the raid, but our armor is literally cooked. I'm just gonna have to use like all my diamonds and all my levels to repair this stuff. Okay, now our armor is fully repaired and we have a bunch of totems. Now we need to start working on beating the game. I need blaze rods and ender pearls. Alright, that should be enough. Before we leave for the end, I want to make sure I have plenty of blocks to bridge over the void. Alright, now I have to find the stronghold. Alright, I think I'm above the stronghold, so I'm just gonna dig down and look for it. Oh, okay, now we just have to find the portal. There it is. I'm gonna make some obsidian and turn it into a nether portal. Alright, it's time to beat the game. First thing I want to do is make an infinite water source. Now I have to pillar up to all the crystals and break all of them. Alright, there's one. Now I just have to break the rest of them. Bro, what am I doing? Alright, at least that should be all the crystals. Alright, I'm gonna try to bed bomb them, but I have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, that did not work. Oh my goodness. That actually could have been so bad. I need to start doing more damage. Yeah, all I need to do is do that a few more times. Dude, I could have actually died from that. That was definitely the closest I've been to dying so far. Now I just need to kill the dragon without doing anything like that again. No, it's literally 1 HP. Finally, we've defeated the game. Let's grab this egg, but what in the world? Okay, now we can get the dragon egg. Wow, we defeated the game and got the dragon egg all without dying, even though we came close to dying. I just realized I forgot to hit record, so sorry about that. But I did get an elytra. I did bring firework rockets, so I can go grab more elytras in other loot, like shulker boxes. I see an end ship. Okay, I'm just gonna keep looting up for a little bit, and I'll see you guys when I think I have enough loot.
1 hour later.
Alrighty, so I ended up grabbing a few more elytras and a bunch of shulker boxes, and I think it's time to leave. I almost just flew into the void. We can finally go back to the overworld. Before we get started on the villager trading hall, I just want to organize all my stuff that I got. Everything's organized, and it's finally time to go get some villagers. Why'd it spawn me over here? Alright, if you're a little confused on how I even have this part of the base dug out, it's because I already started on this project, like, even before I started recording. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep this stuff down there. I might change it around a little bit. I only need one more villager, then I can just feed them and get more. No, oh, I only need one of you, bro. Alright, I have both the villagers. Now it's just time to go get food for them. I'm already at the village, so I might as well just get another villager. How did you even go uphill into the wall? Villagers aren't the brightest sometimes. Okay, now we have a extra villager that honestly we didn't really need, but now I can feed them. I'm gonna start expanding this room. I quickly realized that I don't have enough beds or food to get enough villagers. This should be enough for now. Now I can start to mine out the rest of the tunnels. This would be much easier with a beacon. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the nether fortress and try to get wither skulls and try to fight the wither. Yeah, that was a complete waste of time. I didn't even get a single wither skeleton skull. Yeah, I'm just gonna mine it without haste, which is gonna take longer, but it'll be okay. So I mined the majority of what I needed to, but I need to gather wood to complete like the building part. That should be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and build the area where I'm gonna get emeralds. I'm also gonna use smooth stone as the flooring. I'm gonna layer it so it's like different levels to make it look better. I think it looks good, but I think I'll eventually change it. Now it's time to build the machine that's gonna get me infinite emeralds. I'm gonna build a tripwire hook duper, which allows me to acquire infinite tripwire hooks and then trade them to villagers. These things are pretty easy to make and they don't require a lot of resources. So let's just gather up all the resources real fast. Alright, I already had everything I needed, so let's start building this thing. I just finished building it and unfortunately it does not work. I've built these things in the past, but I haven't tried building it on the new update, which is what I'm playing on. Yeah, no matter how hard I try or change all of this, it's still not working. I'm gonna do some research and see what the next best way to get emeralds is. Okay, so it's been over an hour of researching and I've kind of figured out that the next best way to get emeralds is to build a melon farm. Although raid farms would probably give me more emeralds, they require like a lot more materials and I don't have many materials right now. All I need is some iron and some redstone, so let's dig straight down under our base and look for some. Oh, I guess we'll take some diamonds too. Alright, here's the first redstone. Now I just have to mine a bunch more. Alright, hopefully that's enough. Let's go ahead and craft up all the materials. Oh, you need quartz for observers? Now we can craft the observers. We need to pick a spot, and I was thinking somewhere over here, like on this mountain. Right here is perfect because it's out of view of my base, but it's still pretty close by. Let's flatten this area so we have some space to build. Okay, so how we're gonna build this thing is we're gonna make a line of dirt, followed by some observers. Before we keep building, I wanna go grab shulker boxes. Alright, now our inventory is a lot more organized and we have more space for other things. What just happened? I was tabbed out, bro. Oh my. I wasn't even paying any attention and I left this massive hole in my base. I need to fix this thing. Alright, now I shouldn't fall into a giant hole again. I need to actually get melons, but I think I remember where a jungle is from last episode. There's the jungle. Alright, let's just gather a few of these. That's probably enough to at least get started. It is time to start building. All I have to do is place pistons between the observers, place melons in front of the observers, make a pattern of blocks behind it, then put redstone dust in all the gaps. And now I just have to repeat that like 50 times. I am out of cobblestone, so I need to go collect more. Bro, there's no way. This is the second one I found in this world. Someone commented on last video and said I forgot the pink sheep. I didn't forget about him, I just put him in a boat, and mobs that are in boats don't despawn. But shout out to whoever left that comment. I think at the end of this video, I'm gonna put both the sheep in my house. But right now, I kinda have a problem. I've built like a third of what I wanted to on the melon farm, but I'm already out of resources. I really just wish the tripwire hook duper would have worked, but now I'm just gonna have to collect like a bunch more resources. I definitely underestimated how hard it would be to make this thing. I think I have enough iron because I have plenty to make pistons, but I have no redstone. I also have like no cobblestone, so I'm gonna get the rest of the cobblestone by expanding the villager trading hall. That's all of the cobblestone. Now I need to get the redstone. I just finished mining, and I think I have enough redstone. Before I keep on building the farm, I want to make a collection system. I'm basically just making a giant funnel that takes all the melons and puts them in chests. Alright, I'm done with the funnel part, but now I have to build the storage system. It's nothing fancy, but it'll work. Now I just need a way out of here. Yeah, this thing is way too slow, so I'm gonna triple what I already have. And we're done. I'm gonna put an ender pearl stasis chamber below the farm, so my pearl will always load these chunks. Alright, there's one. I'm not really sure if I need to, but just in case, I'm gonna build one in the chunk with my chests. Alright, now I want to light up the area around this thing. Okay, now that I'm actually finally done building the melon farm, I can go work on the villager trading hall. Thanks to the ender pearl stasis chambers, the farm will still be running even though I'm really far away from it. My idea is to have farmers on one side and librarians on the other so I can trade for emeralds and then use them. I've only gotten a few into their spots, but like this is already starting to get annoying. Like they just do not go where they're supposed to. Before I keep building, I just want to thank everybody that subscribed. I think it's really cool that people actually are watching my videos. So thank you all so much. Now it's time to finish the villager trading hall. I need to get them all in their little compartments and continue to feed them. Alright, so since my tripwire hook duper didn't work, I have extra space over here. And since I'm always running out of sugarcane since I need it to craft fireworks, I'm gonna build an automatic sugarcane farm since they're so easy to make. I gotta clear this out and gather the resources. If you didn't know, mud is a thinner block than normal dirt, so if I make this farm out of mud, I can actually place hoppers below the farm, which will pick up the items and then funnel them into like a chest room. It's probably not gonna make a whole lot of sense till I actually build it. I think I also want to put glass on the walls because it looks pretty good. Okay, so I cleared out a lot of the area and placed some of the glass. I think this is gonna look really good when I finish. I'm gonna need a ton of hoppers, so I need to smelt all this iron. I also need a lot of observers and pistons, but they should be pretty easy to get since I already have the resources. I think it's finally time to actually start building. Alright, I'm pretty much finished. I just need to connect it all with hoppers. There we go. Now we have unlimited sugarcane. Now, I think it's finally time that I completely finish this trading hall. Alright, I'm almost finished with the trading hall, but a thing I've been wanting to do is get both the pink sheep and put it in my bedroom in the house. I left one of the sheeps right by the melon farm, which isn't too far away from my base. I should just be able to glide down to my house with the sheep. That's pretty easy, but the other one's a lot farther away. I'm pretty sure I left it by like a river. My elytra's so low on durability that I'm just gonna have to use ender pearls to get there. There it is. Pink sheeps are like super rare, so finding two must be even more rare. Unfortunately, I am like pretty far away from my base, so this is gonna take a minute. I've noticed this like little island that's like a circle like my base. I think it'd be a good spot to build something later on. Alright, now I just have to get this guy up to my room. Bro, why does this always happen? Last episode I lost my horse and now I just lost like the most rare mob in the entire game. I guess it's a good thing that I have two. I think it's finally time to get this pink sheep into my bedroom. You know, I'm kind of realizing now that I didn't need to put them in boats to move them. I could have just used leads by themselves. Alright, I officially have him in my bedroom. And I decided that the top comment on this video gets to name him. The only rule is the name can't be anything inappropriate. I have to finish this trading hole, but I really want to get mending because my elytra is literally like broken. I'm officially done with the villager trading hall. I can get unlimited emeralds by trading melons with the villagers. Then I can use the emeralds to trade for whatever I want to, like books and armor and stuff. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We're on our way to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and when we do, I'm gonna launch 1,000 fireworks in my hardcore world. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can check out the rest of my channel and all my other videos. Anyway, see ya!